Really thought we have moved on. We have moved beyond that now. And I don't think it's appropriate to revisit what is closed. Just last week, the Senate President and I, we agreed that we should try and, work together. We belong to the same party. We are friends. We are brothers. We both have a party to which we are absolutely loyal. So there is no point fighting in a manner that suggests as if we have different routes. I think for me, the issue is about NNPC. First, as a matter of principle, if I say something, I introduce myself as a senator representing Edo North. So the views I parrot are my views. At best, they represent the views of my constituent. And no senator from another constituent can withdraw those views. So they are personal to me. I didn't say the Senate has resolved that NNPC is XYZ. I didn't say that. So I expressed my views, and I was reacting to the very crude and rude manner in which the former chief finance officer of NNPC was talking with a measure of arrogance and, telling us we don't have monopoly of wisdom and stuff like that. But as I said, we have moved on. He actually apologized for the way he spoke. Because the issue before us is not about whether one is patriotic or not. But we have an audit report. The Nigeria Constitution says when any government MDA views have been audited, they are forwarded to the Office of the Auditor General. He goes through them. Anything that is not explained is referred to the Public Accounts Committee. So those figures, 210 trillion naira, are not the making of anybody in the Senate. And so our role in it is straightforward. Please explain. That is what the Constitution says. Explain this gap that the auditors, I emphasize the auditors, and this includes Pricewaterhouse, KPMG, and one other AO, one other A&O, something accounting firms.
I hear you, Senator.
These are their findings.
Indeed.
And
you know that the NNPCL itself has now responded, saying that they are not thieves. The company insists that some of the figures under discussion that you talked about have been misunderstood and probably provided them some clarifications in their own way. Haven't seen that response based on what...
No. I think you can't take it like that as a seasoned journalist.
No.
These
I was even going to ask you...
are guided by law. Wait, one second.
Yes.
The issues are guided by law. What was the quarrel? Explain these figures. The MD, for the 9th time, for some reason declined to appear. And some people felt this is taking the arrogance too far. It's not for him to reply through newspaper or through whatever. It's to explain to the committee. Anybody who has explanation to make the explanation to the committee. So somebody sitting outside and say, as far as I know, we have not received the explanation. And the last time we sat, I think somebody came on his behalf, a senior advocate, to collect the documents for him to review and respond in person. That is yet to happen. But I don't really think we should reopen this matter because we've agreed that we should just allow the process to run through itself.
Indeed.
Let's not recycle it.
I hear you.
No new argument to be made on my part.
I hear you.
I don't want to reopen the matter.
I hear you clearly, and I'm just going to let it go because I was going to ask earlier on if what we're looking at could be possible corruption, poor accounting, or poor governance based on what you've seen yourself. But I will respect your request.
After the explanation,
yes,
you see, until, remember, the invitation is come and explain. Until the explanation is done, we will not be able to draw conclusion one way or the other. And that explanation we are waiting.
Okay.
The documents have been sent to the former CMD for explanation.
What battles many Nigerians, Senator Shomole, really is the fact that the Senate has held several high-profile investigations like this one. But some Nigerians feel oversight often ends with, dramatic hearings and little else. If Nigerians don't see consequences, how do you convince them this kind of investigations are more than televised events?
Well, that was the point I made, that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999, as amended, empowered the Senate. The Senate carried out oversight function through the committees. And when the committee has carried out investigative hearings and arrived at a conclusion, it forwards those reports. Now, in this case, we had threatened that we will invoke the powers of the Senate, which are entrusted in the office of the Senate President, to issue a warrant of arrest to bring anyone who refuses to account for or explain issues that are relevant for the purpose of transparency and good governance.
Let me bring you to another story that has left many Nigerians asking serious questions about the integrity of our budgeting system. A so-called phantom agency found its way into the Appropriation Act with a 1.3 billion naira allocation. We heard recently the budget office saying not a single kobo was released because the agency wasn't legally cleared to operate. But that explanation itself has created an even bigger question, distinguished. If the agency wasn't legally in existence, how did it get 1.3 billion in the national budget in the first place? Where exactly did the system fail us here?
I agree with you on that the issue is not whether the money was released or not. The question is, why should it even be there? The document is a very important appropriation law, and everything there should be lawful. It is not enough to say, I released, I didn't release. After all, there are some other well-documented provisions or appropriations that have not been released. That is normal because budget is a statement of expected revenue and projected revenue and projected expenditure. However, it is a very important document that it is not about whether you release or not. Anything there will be something that reflects the will of the executive as approved by the parliament.
Appropriation is...
wait, I will not go to be able to discuss this now, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
This matter was raised by a colleague on the floor of the Senate, and in the wisdom of the Senate, they said, since the president is already investigating, we should allow the investigation to be concluded so that we don't duplicate our effort. I'm also aware, and I'm sure you are aware, that as we speak, the House of Representatives decided to go into the matter, and we are beginning to hear stories and narrations. I guess it is because of this House of Rep investigation that this statement about whether or not money was released was raised. So as it stands, I think it's just fair that we allow all those already involved in the process to reach their conclusion. But it's a worrisome thing, no question.
Indeed. Well, I'm talking